I will do my reading practice from the book Clear Thinking by Shane Parrish. Blind spots on the USS Benfold. The story of the USS Benfold provides an important example of how to recognize and overcome blind spots. The Benfold was one of the worst performing warships in the entire US Navy. Commissioned in 1996 for duty in the Pacific Fleet, it housed one of the Navy's most advanced arsenals of missiles and technology at the time. Its radar system was so advanced that it could track a bird from 50 miles. Its mission was to be prepared for war at all times, but it was falling short. Despite otherwise brilliant military careers, previous commanders had been unable to turn its performance around. So much of a ship's performance comes down to people, not technology. There is nothing more important for a leader than getting the most out of your crew. Often that comes down to removing obstacles that limit potential. All the technology in the world is not going to make you better if the people using it are checked out. The destiny of the USS Benfold changed the day Michael Abrashoff was named commander. He was in his mid-30s when the Navy offered him the Benfold, his first sea command. At the time, he said, the dysfunctional ship has a sullen crew that resented being there and could not wait to get out of the Navy. And yet, in under 20 months, Abrashoff turned the Benfold into one of the highest performing ships in the Navy, and he did it with a stifling hierarchy. But how? What is incredible is how he didn't do it. He didn't fire or demote anyone. He didn't change the hierarchy. He didn't change any technology. The only real change was within himself. He started to identify his potential blind spots and to look at the world from the crew's perspective. Abrashoff observed one of the ship's usual Sunday afternoon cookouts shortly after assuming command and noticed a long line of sailors waiting to get their lunch while officers cut to the head of the line to get their food. Not only that, but after getting their food, the officers went to a private deck to eat apart from the sailors. Imagine you are a sailor on the ship and your boss comes and hops a line in front of you. What message does this send? Does it make you want to go all in on your job? Does it make you want to come up with new ideas to help the ship? The officers were not bad people, Abrashoff recalls, they just didn't know any different. It's always been that way. Rather than approaching the officers and telling them what to do, a typical command and control approach that rarely works in the long term, Abrashoff simply went to the end of the line. A supply officer approached him and said, you don't understand, you go to the head of the line. Abrashoff shrugged this off, saying it didn't seem right to him. He waited in line, got his food, and then sat down with the sailors. The next weekend, everyone waited in line and ate together. No command was ever issued. From the start, Abrashoff knew you can't simply order people to be better. Even if that appears to work, the results are short term and the consequence enormous. It doesn't matter if you are on a ship or running a manufacturing company. You don't tap into people's resourcefulness, intelligence, and skills by command and control. Show me an organization in which employees take ownership, and I will show you one that beats its competitors, says Abrashoff. Captains need to see the ship from the crew's perspective. They need to make it easy and rewarding for crew members to express themselves and their ideas. There is a gap in our thinking that comes from believing that the way we see the world is the way the world really works. It's only when we change our perspective, when we look at the situation through the eyes of other people, that we realize what we are missing. We begin to appreciate our own blind spots and see what we have been missing. Thank you. That's it for the day.